Hello, hi. My name is Ugochi Vivian Uka. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! Okay, so fact. This is my first YouTube video for the year 2023. Yay! Now I have some other old videos, not too old, but videos that I made towards the end of last year. I've not yet uploaded them, but I plan to after this video. But I just wanted to start with this video to say Happy New Year, even though we're at the end of February. But yeah, Happy New Year, Happy New Month, Happy everything. I hope you had a good Christmas season, a good holiday season, and if you're in Nigeria, elections are coming up, so please go and vote. Please go and vote. Please go and vote. We need change in our country. We need positive change in our country because the things that are happening is crazy. Like if you're a Nigerian, no matter where you are in the world, you would know that things are not great in our country right now, from security to poverty to healthcare is a disaster. So we need change. So please go and vote. Okay, thank you. Now moving on to today's topic, I just wanted to give you a brief recap of some things that I've done recently. So I've noticed, and I've said this before, that these days when I call my friends or when my friends call me, I'm like, hello, hi, and the first thing they ask me is, are you back? And I'm thinking, back from where? Like, where did I go to? And yes, I've been traveling a lot, but sometimes they really don't know where I went to. I don't know. Like when I say back from it, they're like, I don't know, like wherever you went to the last time. So it's funny, but yeah, I've been traveling a lot. So I just wanted to talk today about my trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, which I did over the Christmas season. Yeah, just a brief recap. And it was great. Like I wasn't planning to go on that trip. Like I knew I was feeling like I wanted to travel, but I already had an upcoming trip to Texas. So I was like, I don't think I want to spend too much money this season. But then I woke up one morning, it was so cold, it was snowing, it was freezing. And then I was with a colleague of mine and she's like, oh, it's gonna be worse tomorrow. And I was like, are you kidding me? And so I went and I bought a ticket that night and I flew out the next 2 days. And that was how I found myself in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And yeah, so some things I learned there that I probably didn't know of, or it didn't really hit me until I got there. Those are the things that I want to share with you. So yeah, first things first, it's a Spanish speaking country. That I knew, but I don't know why somehow we foreigners, when we go to some countries, we expect everybody to speak English. And when we get there, we get the shock of our lives. So people speak English there for sure, but there's some places you go to, they're not speaking English. And that's why you need to learn how to speak Spanish or the language of whatever country you're going to. And I've said this before in my video. And I keep saying, I need to learn Spanish, I need to learn Spanish. And then it's only when I go to the next country and I'm like, oh, I wish I learned Spanish. So yeah, that happened to me again in Punta Cana. But you know what? The funny thing, so I can speak a little bit of French, and my French came in handy because I was at the beach and then there was somebody selling the coconut water, and I don't know what happened, whether he said a word of French to me or I don't know what happened, and then somehow we started speaking French, and then I got to realize that there are a lot of Haitians in Punta Cana or in Dominican Republic, which I didn't know about. So that was something I learned, that there are lots of Haitians in Dominican Republic, specifically in Punta Cana as well. So that was good. And then in terms of food, there are lots of rice and beans. So it's rice and beans and stew and chicken, rice and beans stew and pork, rice and beans stew and beef. I mean, there are some other different food for breakfast. Like I had some plantain thing, which was really great. I've forgotten the name. If I remember, I'll put it on the video. But it was a lot of rice and beans that I was eating. And if you're Nigerian, you will know that that's not foreign. So yeah, I felt like home in that sense. Like I was eating rice and beans. I was like, oh, okay, rice and beans. So yeah, that's good as well. Another thing that I thought was good about Punta Cana is that there's Uber there. So you don't have to necessarily rely on taxis, because sometimes when you're a foreigner in the place, it's possible to be extorted, right? If people know you're a foreigner, unless you know how to really haggle. So that was good. But then I'll still advise that whenever you're traveling, get at least one taxi driver number, just in case. You never know if you're internet might not work, because that actually happened to me one of the days when I was on the beach. I think something to do with the network at the beach. It didn't work. I couldn't get an Uber. So you just never know. So please always have at least one taxi driver. Like maybe if somebody brings you from the airport, you take their number or something, or you can ask the place, the booking that you have, the hotel accommodation, and get at least one taxi driver's number. Speaking of which, there is no Uber from the airport though. So there's Uber in the city, but if you want to go from the airport, there's no Uber. So you have to bear that in mind. If you're going to Punta Cana, you have to book your taxi ahead of time, or unless you're going to book your taxi there at the airport, which can be more expensive. But they don't let Ubers there. So you have to, my understanding is that you have to walk about 10 minutes away from the airport if you want to catch an Uber, because Uber drivers are not allowed to come into the airport. Otherwise it's going to be a riot, like fights, like street fighter between the taxis and the Ubers. And you don't want to, like, if you're new to a place, you don't want to start stressing yourself dragging your luggage 10 minutes away to go and catch an Uber. It's just better for you to catch a taxi from the airport. But overall, I would say Dominican Republic was cheap. Like, okay, cheap is subjective, but it was affordable, more affordable than some places that I've traveled to. Now, something that I did in Dominican Republic, I went snorkeling, because I've always seen people go snorkeling. It seemed cute, like in the water, everything. So I was like, I have to try it. I'm gonna try it. So first of all, I went on a boat cruise, which is where I met one of my new friends. Hey, you know yourself, Grace. So anyway, I went on the boat trip, and I said I wanted to try snorkeling, and I told them before that I don't know how to swim. That's the problem. I don't know how to swim. So I know how to swim small in shallow water. Like, as long as I know I can stand up in the water, that's fine. But this is different from snorkeling in the ocean, which is what I was doing. So I told the boat cruise person I wanted to snorkel. I don't know how to swim. I hope it's okay. And he was like, I don't think it's a good idea, especially today. Like the wave in the sea or in the ocean is a lot. So I don't think so. I was like, no, I want to do it. I want to do it. So he said, okay, fine. And I said, but don't, make sure you don't leave me. Like, I want to hold on to you tight. So there was like a rubber, like a tire thing, and I was holding on to it, and he was holding on to it. My dear, as I entered the water, the waves was too much. I started panicking. I actually had a panic attack, and I was like, I want to get out. And I had already come out of the boat. So he was like, just put your head in the water and look. I was like, no. So I put my head in water a bit, looked at the tiny fish. He was like, no, go deeper. I was like, I just want to get. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like and he was like, no, just breathe through your mouth, because you know they put the stuff over your mouth. And he was like, breathe through your mouth. But I couldn't do anything. You know when you're panicking. So I stayed in the water, I think like 10 minutes, and I went back inside, and I got seasick. So I felt like throwing up. I didn't throw up, but that's the way I felt, and it was horrible. And ever since then, well, I haven't got to too many water places since then, but I went to Jamaica not too long ago, but I've just avoided the water for now. But other than that, like, it was fun on the boat. After a while, I just came out on the boat, and I was dancing and having fun. But I noticed that whenever I entered back into the boat, like an enclosed space, then I started having that feeling. And I've had something like that before one time when I went kayaking, so I know it's the sea that I probably or possibly get seasick. So it's something to watch out for. But yeah, so those were my experiences. The people in Dominican Republic seem nice. Oh, so because I went there the week of Christmas, I didn't realize that things were going to be closed Christmas Eve. So that's something you should also bear in mind. Depending on where you're going, you have to check. So even when I went to the store, like I wanted to go get ice cream, it was closed. I think once it was like 12 noon, things shut down. So I couldn't do that. But then I went to, for the first time, I went to Hard Rock Casino, and it was great. And then I made another friend as well, Madam Bola, and she was nice to me, and I had fun at the casino, walking around, eating. So it was very, very good. So yeah, those were my overall experiences. I just wanted to get away from the snow for a few days and eat and relax and stay somewhere warm, and I achieved my goals. And so sometimes it's okay to be spontaneous, you know, do something different, do something nice. And also, what encouraged me to take this trip, besides the fact that it was super cold, I was reading my Bible, and there's a part in Ecclesiastes that says, now I've come to realize, or I've come to the conclusion that it's better to enjoy oneself, to eat and to drink. So I was like, yes, this is speaking to me. This is speaking to me. So, well, I packed my bags and I went to eat and drink. And now I have to lose the weight that I'm still trying to lose. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you. And I just wanted to say Happy New Year. Thank you so much for following me on all my vlogs and my YouTube and my Instagram. Handles will be on the video. And thank you for watching this. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, and share to your friends. And I plan to share more of my trips and experiences with you. And to those of you that keep asking, are you back? You know I don't travel too much, right? Maybe just once a month. Anyway, thank you again. Thanks for listening and have a good day. Bye. Mwah.